Hey PanFM, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't give a fuck about loudness. Now, basically, I'm telling you this from the standpoint when I've seen people talking about loudness in forums, and they go, finish mixing my record, finish producing my record, how loud should I master it to? And people start throwing arbitrary numbers at them, -14, -11, -8, -16, without having heard the music, without having listened to the mix, without even having discussed the context of what that person is trying to achieve. They just throw numbers out there as if that person achieves that number, they're going to have some sort of magical epiphany that's going to make their music sound bonkers. Basically, that's not the way loudness or music works. When you master a record, or at least for the most part, when I've been mastering records, I learned early on that you need to listen to the music and do everything you can to serve the music, and listen to your client and what they want to achieve, and do everything you can to serve those two things. The loudness will become a result of that, but you should not be setting out with a number in mind. It's very good to be conscious of how particular streaming services play your music when they arrive there, but it's not something you should concern yourself about from the get-go. You should be doing what you can to serve the dynamics of that particular music with the best intention in mind, and sometimes that means making a record super loud. That might not be that it's bad, it just means that a particular record needs a certain control in the dynamic range in order for it to connect with the intentions of that mix and that music and that arrangement and production. And other times you don't even have to touch a compressor. It might just be tonal changes you have to make in order to make that record really sing. That is it. That's why I don't give a fuck about these discussions about loudness and dynamic range and all these sort of arbitrary discussions. They're really informative, in fact, but the way people have been interpreting them are letters of the law. Like, every piece of music has to be mastered to -14 LUFS because that is what Spotify is now normalizing to, or adjusting their playback volume to. It's not how the real world works, because whilst that's the platform now, while that's what people are streaming on now, tomorrow it's going to change. So make your music timeless, serve your music, serve your clients, serve the intention of the two, and your records will sound much better leaving the studio than they would if you just put a number, set a goal, and tried to achieve that number. That's it, guys. That's my discussion for the day. And until next week, when I'm going to be talking to you about why I started my career as a mastering engineer, why I began mastering, take care, have a good weekend, and like, share, and subscribe.